Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So, today we are going to talk about an idiom. We're not doing a word necessarily per se, um, or there was something in my hair, um, or a homophone or a pounder, any of those things. We're doing an idiom. And what we're going to talk about today is what it means to wear your heart on your sleeve. So when I was younger, an adult, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I was an adult. I was like, I don't know, late teens when somebody first told me that I wore my heart on my sleeve. And I thought, that's a weird thing to say. And I wasn't really sure I understood what it meant at the time, but it didn't feel good. Um, and so I kind of took it as an insult, right? I I didn't really ask what it meant from anybody that I trusted because I didn't really want to be known as someone who did that. I'd heard the phrase used over and over again throughout my life and kind of owned it. You know, I started to kind of figure out what that meant, and it turned out it wasn't necessarily a bad thing, right? It was just a thing. I went through a phase where I thought it was actually a good thing to be able to express your emotions, and then yeah. So I'm not sure how I think about it now, and I'm not sure why I chose this particular idiom to talk about, but divine timing, it is what it is, and I do what I'm led to do, and this is what I was called to do tonight. So, first thing I want to do is I have this app on my phone, go figure, um, and it's an app about idioms. So, it gives you an explanation of what the idiom means. So, I'm going to read that first. It's not exactly like a textbook definition, but it's the closest thing I have right now, so we're going to go with it. So, to have one's heart on one's sleeve is to openly display or make known one's emotions or sentiments. She always had her heart on her sleeve, so she isn't very good at holding back when she's upset about something. My father was very closed off regarding his feelings, so when I had kids, I made a point of having my heart on my sleeve with them. Um, it also could mean to be authentic about your feelings, right? You're not trying to hide them. And the way I was kind of taught it meant back in the day was that I, specifically regarding say romantic relationships, I would I would fall fast and I would fall hard and I wouldn't hide it. So that's not necessarily good or bad, but it is vulnerable, and it does leave you open to being taken advantage of, and it leaves you open to getting hurt. Um, and it can be something that gets held against you and you don't even know it, right? um, I'm trying to think of a good example. So okay, um, I'm going to make up a new idiom, and it's called don't give people your passwords. So this would mean literally to kind of not hide completely that heart on your sleeve, but definitely tuck it away like an ace up your sleeve, okay? Which is another idiom. A lot of sleeves going on here, and let's think. What does that mean, right? So your sleeve, to wear your heart on your sleeve, would be literally like, I guess, your forearm, right? An ace up your sleeve would be in your forearm. Uh, interesting. Maybe we'll talk that through later. I have to think about that for a minute. But anyway, so heart on your sleeve. But yeah, if you don't give people your passwords, you're literally doing the opposite of wearing your heart on your sleeve. You're staying somewhat guarded. You're leaving a boundary there. Boundary is another thing that I had a hard time with understanding what it meant. And it can mean an array of things. It's not just saying no when you need to say no, which is the biggest boundary that people talk about, but it's also a boundary of not showing your vulnerabilities right away, right? You want to keep that boundary up, that wall up, if you will, until it's safe for you to not need that boundary anymore. The problem with wearing your heart on your sleeve, and which is showing all your cards, right? It's like playing poker open face, or giving away your tells at a poker table. It's giving your passwords away. It's teaching people or showing people how they can hurt you because you've got all of your emotions out there for the world to see, right? And I was trying to think of an example of how someone would use your passwords against you, and I'm just going to make something up that's not true. So please don't take it as truth. And if you know me and you know my family, don't be running around talking trash because I'm just making this up. Literally is fiction what I am about to say. But I have 2 dogs. Well, I have 3 dogs now, but I have the 2 puppies that I got about a year ago. And I have a huge soft spot for these puppies. This might not be the best example, but it's the only one I can think of. So I talk about them constantly. I take them everywhere I can possibly take them. And they are my, for lack of a better way to say it, they are my children, my babies. If you know me, you know that. If you wanted to hurt me, you could mistreat my babies, right? You could, I don't know, forget to feed them. You could leave them locked up in a room all day. I mean, there's a million things that you could do to them to get to me if you knew that that was my vulnerability, right? Not the best example in the world. I'm trying to think of a better one. Okay, so let's say I go on a first date and I, for some reason, feel the connection, feel the chemistry, whatever. I might do things like lean in to the conversation, right? I might start toying with my hair or do any of the telltale signs of someone who's showing interest in that other person. I may then text more often than I should, or I might give away some more information about myself than I probably should, and kind of like go all in pre-flop in a poker term, right? Well, now this other person knows that I'm so interested that they can take advantage. So that would be wearing my heart on my sleeve. Another, I guess, opposite kind of way of wearing my heart on my sleeve would be, to go completely apeshit crazy when I get mad, which I may or may not have been known to do in the past. It's that not being able to filter. Dakota agrees that mommy has a problem with this. Dakota! And it's just letting all your emotions out there without filter. I don't think this is good or bad, right? It just is. And the thing is, we do these things subconsciously. Okay, we're not aware that we're doing them until somebody tells us that we're doing them. Or Dakota! Enough, puppy. Anyway, we're not aware that we're doing it, and we are giving people information that can be used against us, right? If we are aware, stop it now. If we are aware, my dogs are wearing their hearts on their sleeves, and they are not listening to their mommy. Hey! I completely lost my train of thought. Okay. So wearing your heart on your sleeve, not good, bad, or otherwise. Oh, so when you're aware of it, you can control it, right? You can't control something you're not aware of. So if these are things that we do at a subconscious level, that's either our true self, or it is something that we were taught, that we were trained to do, or it was a fear or trauma response that we were given, literally, by the grace of God, to survive something. The trick is trying to determine which that is. Is that me? Or is that something I was taught to do? Is that something I had to do because I needed to survive the situation I was in at the time? I haven't really thought about it for myself as to where that came from. Is that me? My gut tells me yes, that it's my true authentic self, that I was not taught to do that. I'm guessing it's probably not a trauma response, because I would think a trauma response would be the polar opposite of that. Although it could be a result of never having been able to show emotion in the past, to the point where when you finally have the freedom to show it, you don't know how to control it. So it's very possible there was a trauma response. I don't know. Growing up, my feelings were definitely used against me, by more than one person that was close to me, and it was done in a insidious and what's the word I'm looking for? Not good manner, right? It was used against me in many ways, and so learning to hide my emotions for a very long time when I was a child was something I had to do to survive, right? I couldn't tell anybody how I felt. If I showed that I cared about something, then it was quickly taken away. I can remember, and I'm going to apologize ahead of time if this story hurts anybody, but it's the truth, and it's it's what I do. I throw things out there to make you guys think, and I'm gonna share things on this channel that I don't know, maybe most people wouldn't share. And you say, Marty, getting a little emotional about it, so we're just gonna say it. The story goes like this. I was a teenager, and I was a daddy's girl most of my childhood. My dad was my world. He came to my defense, and he protected me when he could, from a lot of things that were going on in my life. And anyway, I don't know what brought this up. One day, I was, like I said, I was a teenager, and it came up in conversation that, and this is me giving my passwords away. I let it be known that the worst thing that he could ever do to me would be to tell me he was disappointed in me. I literally, at that point, told him that his approval was the end all and be all, right? I told him that, no amount of punishment, no amount of spankings, or whatever you want to call it, would ever destroy me the way those words would destroy me. And 1 week later, he told me he was disappointed in me over something probably not worthy of destroying me. I didn't rob a bank. I didn't kill somebody. I didn't. I think I don't even know what I did. I was late coming home. I don't know. It was something stupid. And when he looked me in the eye and he told me he was disappointed in me, I literally saw that he was doing it with purpose, with knowledge. And I don't know what hurt worse. The fact that he said it, and it did destroy me, because having my dad disappointed in me was something that I did not think I would ever survive at that time. And so I don't know if it was that or the fact that he knew it and used it so in such an evil way. And I hate to use the word evil. Evil is not the word I want to use, but I can't find the word that I was looking for. Sadistic, just really was intending to hurt me. And I thought, wow, I don't know what's worse. I really don't know what's worse. At any rate, that would be giving your passwords away. That would be wearing your heart on your sleeve. That would cause a person to definitely go the opposite direction for the sole purpose of mentally surviving, right? I'm pretty sure that it was from then on with my dad in particular that I showed very little emotion after that. I was very stoic when he told me that. I didn't shed a tear. I refused to shed a tear. I refused to give him the satisfaction of seeing it. And that's my own broken. That has nothing to do with him. And in the long run, there was knowledge to be gained, and there was lessons to be learned, and there was a higher purpose to all of it, right? And I don't blame my dad, and I don't think he did anything wrong. I don't think he knew better. To be quite honest, I really don't think he knew better. I think he was looking to make a point and to really show me that what I had done, whatever it was completely intolerable. And he used the information he had, and I gave it to him. So it is what it is. It's something I still struggle with him specifically. I don't often show my emotion with him. I have tried at times, certain times throughout my life, to show that emotion, and it was met with resistance. So he is definitely more comfortable with me not showing that level of emotion. But that could be, guys just not liking to see women cry. Who knows? All I know is it's a thing, right? It's a thing that got revealed to me, actually, quite literally during this video. And something I need to look at, to work on, and maybe I need to talk to him directly about it. Maybe I don't. In my experience, you don't always have to talk to the person that did the thing, right? It's about getting it out. You could write the letter and burn it. You could run around your house screaming like a raving idiot and get it out that way. But the point is to get it out of you. They don't always need to hear it. And I think, like in this particular case, it's probably best that he doesn't, because you know what? There's no point. It would just hurt him, and there's no reason to do that. It's not my intention to hurt him. I don't want to hurt him. And I don't know how this ended up, being my therapy session, guys. I'm so sorry. But I have to believe that I'm sharing it to this level because somebody out there needs to hear it. I only do videos that I'm called to do or feel an obligation or pulled to do, if you will. And I felt really called to do this one tonight. I don't know why I went down the rabbit hole of the story with my dad. But as we all know, getting back to the point of the channel, that's my rabbit hole, right? And I'm sharing that with you to give you the safe place to go down your own rabbit hole. So maybe think about how do you wear your heart on your sleeve, right? How do you overshow emotion, or maybe you don't show enough emotion? At the end of the day, we're all just trying to figure it out. And if we can do anything, big or small, to help each other get through it and to evolve and to feel just a little bit better, then we've done our jobs, right? Because really, what's the point? The point is to learn how to love ourselves and to learn how to love others and to raise the vibration of the planet, for lack of a better way to say it. So I invite you to go down your own rabbit hole with this. Think about it. Bring it to the surface. Bring it to the surface. And you can see I got emotional. And I probably will journal more about this later, and I'm sure more tears will flow. Tears are cleansing. And if you think about it, it's a way of watering the seeds of growth, right? Because on this channel we talk about growth and we talk about grow your words, and it's using your words to evolve. So go down your own rabbit hole, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. My details are in the description box below. Like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget, grow your words and taste your language. Bye for now.